Welcome friends to another Dune video. Today we look at the Fremen and their water customs. We have covered some parts of this before, but it's good to have it all in one place. One thing, I didn't want to skim on the water of life, so that's not here. It is mentioned briefly though, but it's detailed in another video. So, spoilers for the Dune Encyclopedia throughout. Let's get straight into it. The Fremen's approach to water is heavily linked to their environment. The harshness and the struggle they have to obtain this vital ingredient for survival means it's viewed by the Fremen as sacred, and the Dune Encyclopedia states it could be fought over, conserved and treasured. With this came a mythic aspect and the need for a priestess to conduct the use of the water in ceremonies to ensure it's treated in the way it should be. The term for the Fremen priestess is Sayadina. First, we will look at the birth of the Fremen. Their first exposure was moments after birth. The fluid surrounding the newborn from the mother was saved and distilled and then given back to the infant by its godmother in the view of a Sayadina, and this re-ingestion of water was the child's first feed, after which it was given to the mother for a normal feed. This created a water bond between parents and child, stressing the unity of the tribe. A vital job within the sietch is that of the dew gatherer. They instill suits, and using dew reapers, take the available moisture from the plants that grow nearby. This water would be gathered and given to the Sayadina for her blessing, and on then to the tribe's communal basin. The head of each household would come to collect their family's daily allotment of water there. When a Sayadina distributes the water, she gives extra blessings to the use of the water and those drinking it, and prayers are given to Shai-Hulud for providing this means of survival. Then at the end of their day, a family would divide the water produced from their water reclamation chambers. It was considered bad luck to leave water standing. It would need to be stored in an evaporation-proof basin. Now we turn to water rings. They show the amount of water released by a body from the death still and could measure a range of water weights, as this clearly also would be important to the Fremen. Even small amounts could be vital to the tribe's survival. Counters related to water released by Fremen who had died naturally or by enemies killed in combat were given to the Naib and held for all the tribe, a water gift from Shai-Hulud. An untried youth who had not fought another in combat was not able to marry, as they had no water rings to give. This requirement helped control the polygamy granted to Fremen males. They could not be given to more than one woman. A male, though, could get more rings through challenging other males, and then pass them on to various women amongst the tribe, but this was derided and laughed at by them, so it's not something that one should do. A female Fremen would not be given rings or water if they killed an outsider in combat, but they could be given to the tribe's reverend mother to confer Shai-Hulud's special blessing on the donor. After death, rings would be returned to the tribe or worn by the woman. Upon the death of a member of the tribe, they would be put through the death still, supervised by the Sayadina. The tribe would gather around a mound made from the dead person's belongings, and the water bag released by the death still. The Naib would talk, saying how the moon rose for their lost comrade, and it would summon the spirit away. And then he says he was a friend of the deceased, and speak of a time that person had helped or taught them, and then take an item from the pile. The famous version of this being, I was a friend of Jamis. Then the Naib would take specific items for the fallen's family, though the crysknife would be left with their remains in the desert. Then other members would speak of their friendship, and when they were helped, and take an item. When only the water bag remained, the Sayadina would check its measurements and give the water rings to the right individual. Then the members of the tribe would chant a prayer to send the spirit of their friend to Shai-Hulud. The water masters of the sietch would take charge of the water bag, and the entire tribe would view this and pour it into the communal basin. Now we look at water bonds. So to illustrate, when people in a sietch save the lives of each other, there would be a water bond, and this debt would carry to the tribe of that person as well. The debt would be a burden, and the Fremen would try to repay this as soon as possible. The water of the group's dead, when shared, would create an unbreakable bond with the other group. They would become one group, in fact. If an enemy got a member of the Fremen to drink of his blood, then they would be joined, and his water could not be taken, unless he offended the tribe. So no Fremen would bite an enemy for this very reason. Pledges of loyalty were carried out in the name of water, such as a tribe to a Naib. This pledge would not be broken and given to a new leader until the original leader had passed and their water was free. I'll touch on one interesting fact about the water of life. If a sardina seeking to be a reverend mother did not convert to poison and die in that case, only in this specific scenario would the Fremen cremate the body, and the water of life would be carefully set aside and guarded till a new candidate was found. The cremation is because if the body was put through the death still and given to the tribe through the water later, it would poison and wipe out the tribe. The water of life could also not be left in the desert, as if it was allowed to contact a pre-spiced mass, it would become the water of death and wipe out the planet's ecosystem, killing the creation of spice and the sandworms over time. Now, with one exception, the Fremen treat the water with the highest care. That one exception is when they face the water of one who has been possessed. They do none of the Fremen ceremonies we touched on before. There is no prayer. The demon within that person means the water is forever tainted, and here the water is taken out into the desert in the heat of day and poured out till the steam takes it away, and for this time a guard might be posted so no creature even will taste it. Now, of course, a person being possessed relates to when they have multiple minds in their brain because they've taken the water of life. So now, friends, I turn things over to you. What do you think to the information that's presented here? Got something to say? Drop me a comment down below.